Good day, students. This is science class for grade 9. The name of the chapter which I am going to teach is chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. Students, kindly take down the points while I am teaching. In the year 1665, Robert Hooke, this person examined a thin slice of cork. A cork is a substance which comes from the bark of a tree. And this cork under the microscope resembled the structure of many little compartments or called as little boxes. It resembled little compartments. Robert Hooke called these boxes as cells. This was the very first time that someone had observed that living things appear to consist of separate compartments or units. The use of the word cell to describe these units is being used till today in biology. Cell is a Latin word for a little room. It is a Latin word which means little room. Cells of an onion peel under the microscope look like this. These are the nucleus and these are the cells. These cells are similar in structure, isn't it? They look like similar. Together they form a big structure like an onion bulb. Onion bulbs of different sizes have similar small structures visible under a microscope. The cells of the onion peel will all look the same regardless of the size of the onion they came from. These small structures that we see are the basic building units of the onion bulb. These structures are called as the cells. Not only onions but all organisms that we observe around are made up of cells. However, there are also single cells that live on their own. And these organisms are called as unicellular organisms. So these organisms live on their own, so they are called as unicellular organisms. Uni means single. The invention of magnifying lenses led to the discovery of the microscopic world. It is now known that a single cell may constitute a whole organism, as in amoeba. Amoeba is an example of unicellular organism. On the other hand, many cells group together and form various body parts in multicellular organisms. That is, in multicellular organisms. Where multi means many, such as fungi, plants, animals, etc. are the multicellular organisms. In multicellular organisms, many cells group together to form tissues. Tissues group together to form various organs. Every multicellular organism has come from a single cell. A single cell then divides to produce cells of their own kind. Therefore, all cells come from pre-existing cells. Some organisms have cells of different kinds. Open your science textbook, page number 58, figure 5.3. It depicts some cells from the human body. We have smooth muscle cells, blood cells, nerve cells, bone cells, fat cells. The shape and size of cells are related to the specific function they perform. Some cells, like amoeba, have changing shapes. Each living cell has the capacity to perform certain basic functions that are the characteristic of all living forms. How does a living cell perform these basic functions? We know that there is a division of labor in multicellular organisms such as human beings. This means that different parts of the human body perform different functions. The human body has a heart to pump blood, a stomach to digest food, and so on. Similarly, division of labor is also seen within a single cell, that is inside the cell. Each such cell has got certain specific components with it known as the cell organelles. Each kind of cell organelle performs a special function, such as making new material in the cell, clearing up the waste material from the cell, and so on. A cell is able to live and perform all its functions because of these cell organelles. And these organelles together constitute the basic unit called the cell. In today's class, we have discussed the basic structure of a cell. In the next class, let us study about what is cell made up of and what are cell organelles that are present inside the cells in detail. And today's homework is find out the names of some unicellular organisms. Let me wind up the class for today. Thank you, students.